I saw the queen burn a maid's hand for serving her water that wasn't warm. The maid cried. The queen laughed. The smell of burnt skin filled the air, and no one could say a word, not even the king. My name is Bako. I was born in the village of Zunda, where King Iro ruled with kindness. He was a good man. He helped the poor, fed hungry families, and never raised his voice. But his wife, Queen Mora, was a storm. She was short, dark-skinned, with sharp eyes that looked through you. Her voice was very loud, and everyone feared her. Even the King Iro was a good guy. He helped people who were poor, gave food to hungry families, and never shouted. Everyone liked him. But his wife, Queen Mora, she was like a storm cloud. She was short and had dark skin, with eyes that seemed to look right through you. Her voice was always loud, and her heart stone cold. She loved being in charge more than she liked people. She hated seeing anyone smile, and she made everyone in the palace scared. She would yell at the guards. She would hit the servants. She would even curse at women in the market if they laughed too loudly. Old people would bow down twice when she walked by. But nobody could stop her because she was the queen. The king loved her somehow, but he was also really scared of her. Years went by, and the king and queen had no children. People whispered that the gods were punishing her because she was so bad. Some said she once slapped a priest while he was praying. Others said she poured hot oil on a young servant girl just because she dropped her necklace. The kingdom was quiet, but inside the palace there was a lot of sadness. The king was getting old. One evening he called the wise old men of the village. "I need a son," he said, "someone to rule after me, someone who is kind." They tried everything they could think of. They gave gifts to the gods. They prayed. They used special herbs. They even went to see a holy man in the mountains. But still, no baby came. Queen Mora didn't want to change her ways. She said, "If I can't have a baby, then no one else will." She was mean to any woman who got close to the king, and she kicked all the nice girls out of the palace. Then one night, something really strange happened. An old woman came to the palace gate. She couldn't see. Her clothes were dusty, but when she spoke, her voice was strong. "Let me in," she said. "I have a message from the gods." The gods laughed at her, but the king heard her voice and told them to let her in. She walked straight to Queen Mora and said, "You have made this land lose its peace because you are wicked. Until you become humble, you will never have a child, and you will never be happy." Then she turned to the king. "A son will come," she said, "not from your queen, but from kindness." She dropped a black seed into his hand and left without saying another word. Weeks went by. Nothing seemed different. But one night, the king had a dream. He saw the old woman. She pointed to the garden behind the palace. When he woke up, he planted the seed in that garden. Just 3 days later, it grew into a tall tree with shiny gold leaves. And guess what was under that tree? A baby. A boy with dark skin and bright eyes. They named him Olaido, gold of the land. Queen Mora was so angry. She tried to throw the baby into the river, but then the tree talked. Yes, it actually spoke. Its voice was so loud it shook the ground. "If you touch that child," it boomed, "your soul will never find peace." That night, Queen Mora got very sick. Her body shook and her tongue swelled up. No doctor could help her. In so much pain and fear, she cried out to the gods. "Please, forgive me," she begged. "I will change." For the first time in years, she bowed her head to the ground. She cried and begged for forgiveness. She called for everyone she had hurt and said, "I'm sorry." Slowly, she started to get better. Not just her body, but her heart too. She began to help the servants. She gave food to the hungry. She even washed the feet of a sick woman. The people were really surprised, but they were also happy. Years passed. Oledo grew up to be strong and wise. When the king died, Oledo became the new ruler. And guess who sat next to him? Not a wicked queen, but a humble mother.